Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night, race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll fly. We'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly. Up here, we're free, bound only by frozen memories, lost in time, racing all these broken dreams tonight, and we'll fly. We'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Emerald League match streamed on the main stream. This will be the Ottawa Savage taking on the New Orleans Curse.
Horse. Oh yeah.
Yes. And I am Foliage, and I am joined today by Arunos.
Hello.
And we think we're gonna have a good match tonight.
We're hoping. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Who are you deeply invested in here? Please talk to me.
You know, I think it's going to be interesting because New Orleans is a team of mostly, I think, new players to the league outside of Kioi, who has been on the winning team twice in a row now. But I think that the legacy of some of the players on Ottawa is going to pull through.
Hold the phone.
Well, we'll see.
Full stop. Is that our first Malgon stream?
I think it is.
That's our first Malga. Curse with a K coming in with our very first Malga. I love it. That's incredible. We've been waiting.
So we got a Maga playing into the Diva with the Torb. Laggy Puppy already getting a kill into Alpha on the side. A little bit of a flank angle. Ottawa, firm control of the point here. Let's see if anything flips.
Loving this play here. Absolutely just tunneling that Diva there for a good bit. Just pressuring her there with Chris on that Malga.
Get him out. There's a lot of damage. Maga using a shout, trying to take a little bit of value here from the front line. Around Diva, falling low.
Goes right back in.
Genji in
That's
the
a
back
D-Mech on Crollo.
That's going to be another Elim for Ottawa. In the back line, the Genji and the Torb hitting a little bit of a flank, and that'll be the cleanup. Soldier, the only one left.
Soldier somehow gets out of that.
Soldier,
No idea.
Genji in the back
Oh,
line.
he does not in fact get out.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's a 3K there.
that is a brutal stagger. Yeah, they're gonna use a res to get it back. All right.
Fine, you got a chance to regroup here. 40%. New ults coming online for both teams. See how they want to invest those. Kitsune Rush coming online for New Orleans. Re-engaged, but comp from Ottawa. Very, very hard to break into with the Maga and all the self-sustain. But as I say that, he gets blown up by the Kiri ult.
Enormous ult
Ult
dump.
committed from Ottawa, but the disengage is necessary. That's 2 picks, and I believe Ottawa's going to have to retreat here. Fast point flip from New Orleans.
Absolutely huge. They desperately needed that at the cost of a good amount of ultimates, but they still have. They still have
but they
Diva
get
Bomb.
out. They get out beat. They get out Molten Core.
Yep.
Ottawa coming in with the Maga ult, the Blade. That could be a fun combo. Let's see what happens. Frosty
And
falling
they're-
really low.
They're about to have, Kyoi's about to have that death blossom. You see the Malgirl coming out.
Catches the soldier, it catches the diva. Coming in, Genji in the back line, finds one, finds two. Bomb committed to try and hold the point, doesn't find anything, Mercy dead, and that's quick retake.
Massive
Ottawa
3K there. Some laggy on the Genji there.
Yes, sir. 80% getting down to final fight for New Orleans. How are they going to break this? They have the Reaper coming back online here. Torb on the high ground, poking at them from an off angle. Saga playing main. Reaper on the flank, fighting the Torbjorn. The Torbjorn! Thumbs up big. Now they don't have that Reaper to work with. Get Soldier dead. Mercy knocked off
No,
the
Mercy! Mercy! Oh,
no. Diva, the only one left with no touch.
that's a
First
heartbreak.
point was the Ottawa.
That is just a heartbreak. They followed in Kyoi on that TP to high ground to take care of the Torb and the turret, and it did not go to plan.
Not enough. That Torb turret, man, did a lot of work there, catching off that flank.
I have seen the beauty of Torb with my own eyes. I would be a hypocrite if I said that I can't appreciate it. It carried me greatly in our game.
Getting a ton of value. You know,
I don't
really
know how
want
meta Torb is. Is
I
he?
really want to talk about Laggy Puppy there, though. Laggy Puppy, 9 final blows so far on the Genji. Getting a lot of value in the backline. Have to see if they have an answer for it.
I mean, he's got over 3
change.
times.
We got a Farah and a Zen coming out from New Orleans. Ottawa sticking with the same Maga comp. Farah taking the high ground. Bring the zone out to Lucio, but the war for it. Still in place. Torb turret poking down the Farah. No value. Too early picks on Ottawa. Fight for the point is still live, but with manpower missing, Frosty able to find one onto Alpha. Still fighting for the point, but it does look like too little, too late.
It's going to be a very fast regroup, though. Very fast.
Still down your tank, but let's see if he comes back in time. Farah poking the high ground angle. Looking for an opening.
Oh, a snipe there from Kyoi.
Early pick out of Frosty. Still down one. Looks like Ottawa's still going to want to push this. Taking the high ground. Chris with the K. Overshoots the high ground with the slam. This
Beautiful art.
Picked. But they get the flip. That's huge in terms of point percentage. Maga fighting the Diva on point.
They do not. They're not
one
really
that she
contested
wants
much.
Laggy
Laggy
Puppy
goes down.
All this time though, Ottawa still getting the point percentage. Okay, trying to hold on, doesn't quite hold on. Another good fight win for New Orleans, but 20% that they shouldn't have given up. Chris the K making a switch out of the Winston. A little bit of a comp switch for Ottawa. Got the Ash, got the Fury.
But a dive.
Looking to
Gonna
get
go
on
for the
that
high
team.
ground here. They need that high ground.
100%,
And
there
they
it
are.
is. Working coordinated. Kiri, no TP. On the side of the
Diva
door.
demeched.
Diva demeched. It's a good opening. Coalescence committed from Ottawa. Visor in response. Laggy Puppy able to pick up the Diva. Soldier taking the high ground with the Visor. Oh, the whole team is there waiting for him.
Yeah, that's. He did not like what he saw up there.
True, but all this time they're getting kills, but the point's not flipping. Puppy trying to hold off the line, and Ottawa wins, but that's not before they gave up 80% to New Orleans.
And they're all
That's
together now. They're gonna
coming
push
online.
right back in.
It's Blade here. Laggy Puppy, maybe have to get some good value. Kitsune rush online, but they have the Transcendence in tow. Both teams do Kitsune rush at the same time. The Blade is committed. Looking at the back line. Chris with the K falls. Blade unable to find the value that it needs to. Davos with a good pick on the biscuit. It's another good team fight win for New Orleans.
Honestly, it's worth the 2 support ults. It may not seem like it to some people, but it is absolutely worth it. That absolutely secured that point.
100%.
I'm here.
Now, last fight territory. Kamani making a switch over to the BAP. The Winston ult's online. The Bob is online. Far ult. Looking to catch someone as they come in. Chris with the K gets the touch.
Bob takes down the Pharah.
Though. Bob committed. It breaks the lamp. Bob in the back line. Looking for Sabellia. Frosty with a good pick on the Alpha. Supports are the only ones left. I mean, if he needed a retake, there it is. Ottawa flipping the point. 99%.
I'm with you.
At the cost of every single ult they had, but they did, and honestly, I think they have better ult economy right now than New Orleans does.
New Orleans spent everything there too. Just weren't able to finish the job. A little bit of a retake having to come in. Alpha switches over to the Genji, try and match. Laggy Puppy was on. Laggy Puppy making a switch over to the Soldier. Ottawa trying to play aggressive, keep off this hotline. Reaper onto the high ground, fighting the BAP. Unable to find a Curie.
Great peel from Winston there.
Still on the back line. New Orleans trying to take the point here, but the K gets picked. That's the opening that you want if you're New Orleans. Lamp committed, doesn't find anything. Laggy Puppy in the back line, trying to find some value. Frosty finds one, but everyone on Ottawa falls. And at 98. A little bit close there, but score is 1-1.
I mean, it's the old adage of look before you leap. I mean, Chris hopped in there on that Winston into the middle of 5 New Orleans players and absolutely freaked.
Yes,
Spun
sir.
in a circle looking for a way out. There was no way out.
He was chasing that kill there at the end there, and fortunately didn't find it. Ended up costing them a little bit, but still got one more point, 1-1. And looks like both these teams are trying to make adjustments for each other. Biscuit hovering over the Zenyatta, Frosty on the Tracer.
I saw Doomfist there for a second at the end of the game. Maybe just to go to the point.
Doomfist's pretty good right now too. A little bit of a comp with Matra coming out from Ottawa. Meanwhile, New Orleans switching over to the Cassidy while keeping that same comp that they just had that won in the last round. We'll have to see if that works out for them. New Orleans. Ooh, Frosty with an early pick on the Davos. Finds a value. Chris with the cave. Demacked and destroyed. Diva down. Only 3 left. They're all stuck in this tiny corridor. Ottawa trying to flush them out. Moira on point gets picked. What? 4v2. 4v1. 4v none. Ottawa wins. First fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by Chris. Chris is putting up some great showing on this tank. I mean, positioning every once in a while, sure, but this is Emerald. Regardless, he's playing absolutely great.
Yeah, I agree. The Ramatra switch here definitely feels like it favors Ottawa a little bit too. Able to run into the backlines a little bit without that speed to avoid the Ramatra. It could cause some issues. There it is. Chris finds an early pick onto the Reaper.
New Orleans has got to find an answer for Chris.
They're just trying to find an opening into this, but you know, you got both of them. You got the Soldier on the high ground, Zen covering the flanks there. There it is again. Frosty finds another pick onto Davos. That's what you want to see from the DPS players. Chris picking up another late pick here, and it feels like New Orleans is staggering themselves.
They're sitting in that choke. You know, they're sitting in that choke, and while they're sitting there, they're dying one by one.
Yeah. I mean, Ottawa still has the man advantage. They're trying to look for that opening here. Looks like New Orleans finally going to get that regroup. Opening up the middle. Tracer in the back line. Pulse bomb committed. Doesn't find anything. Okay. Nemesis form popped. There comes the ult. Annihilation in. Trying to find one. Gets the Mercy. Gets the Baby Diva.
Cleanup time.
And it's cleanup time. Ottawa, 85%. And this round, definitely a bit of a different story.
This was super one-sided. Last team fight here.
Mercy down early. Blade
Oh
hits-
no!
Huge play from the Zenyatta. Reaper in the backline trying to find some value. Able to pick up 2. Here's the K. Brawling. 3v2 on the point. Both Rams. Nemesis form committed. Coalescence. Hopefully to try and finish the map. Everyone falls. Does anyone get a touch? It doesn't look like it. Ottawa take map 1.
2-1 for Ottawa here on that map. I mean, talk to me. Where did this momentum just come from? You know, it's
You
not
know-
what we were seeing at the beginning.
I think it might have just come down to hero comfortability. I think that what ended up happening there was, I don't want to speak narratives into the lobby so far, but it seems like on those rushy maps, Ottawa has a clear idea of how they want to approach those, and proved a little bit too much for New Orleans on those approaches. But, you know, this season we got the map picks, so we'll have to see how that works out for them.
I'm just loving that ult shutdown by Zen on the Genji ult. That is fantastic.
Yeah, that's the value that you need there, right? It's 110% what you need to do in that situation. They were looking for it. Good pick by Biscuit.
You know, it's not even as on that last map, though it was super one-sided. It's not as though I couldn't imagine a turnaround in this series, considering, you know, they were New Orleans was getting individual picks here and there, right?
They
I
looked
mean,
good on that second point. Genuinely. You know what? And that's an interesting point. With the map picks being in the season, do you think you see New Orleans favor something with a lot of high ground? Because it felt like when they were controlling that high ground on City Center, they were able to do a lot more. They had that Pharah pick playing for the wide angles on them. They had Krollo on the Diva trying to, you know, force people taking the high ground a little bit. Maybe they have a better idea how to play around that than Ottawa. We'll have to see as the series unfolds.
did they have a Mercy for that Pharah by any chance? I don't believe
no,
they
I don't
did.
think
Did
that
they?
they did.
No, they didn't. I think that was a solo Pharah. I mean, maybe throwing up the Mercy, you know, with the Pharah, that might be the difference maker to keep her alive, and aerial superiority achieved, you know.
All right. Well, it looks like New Orleans wants to go to Kings Row.
Classic. I think we've
Which is
seen it, what,
definitely
every single
classic.
stream series so far?
Favors those rushy maps.
I think every single map 2 so far, and every single stream match, both in Ruby and now in Emerald, has seen a map 2 Kings Row. It's the best map in the game for a reason, and I'm not biased, I swear.
Looks like Ottawa's going to opt to attack first. I like it. Play a little bit aggressive. We're going to go into our second map. So tell me here, Arunos, what do you want to see from both teams on this map? Personally, I love the Reinhardt, but he's a little rough right now. But rush comps?
You know what? Honestly, my biased answer is always give me a Doomfist. However, I can, and I ran Doomfist on this one when we played it, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm a traditional guy. You know what? If Rhine isn't meta right now, why not Zarya? You know?
We saw the earlier. That could be fun on this map. He's a little bit of a rushy character, right?
I mean, I like the ode every single time I see King's Row. I think back to OG, Ryan Zari on this map, right?
Yeah.
I get pangs of nostalgia. Anybody who runs a Ryan or a Zari on this map, even at any point, gets a thumbs up from me.
Looks like they're gonna be teasing one of those other OG tanks, the Winston.
I'll take it all day. I'll take Monkey all day.
Meanwhile, Orleans, something a little bit newer with the Ramatra. The Zen
Haven't seen Krolo's Rem yet, right?
No, we haven't. A little bit at the end of that last round, but it was one fight, so we'll have to see how this turns out for them. And we are going. A little bit of a dive comp coming out from Ottawa here. Looking to play quick, play fast. Monkey onto the high ground, looking for the Baptiste. Baptiste pushed out, and that's a kill early by Ottawa. That was a great dive.
Beautiful positioning from here as they rotate on the high ground. Great stuff.
Looking for an opening. Dive onto the Zenyatta. Zenyatta pushed in. He's also picked. That's another good jump from Ottawa, and they're going to be playing to finish up these kills here early. And Frosty eats a two. Clinical.
Tell me right now, are my eyes deceiving me, or was that a perfect dive from an Emerald team?
Listen, man. I'm all for it.
Tell me my eyes are deceiving me right now.
You don't see that stuff in Ruby.
That was incredible. The positioning was absolutely perfect. The dives were coordinated. Every single person got caught out.
And it already looks like New Orleans trying to react to that with the Bastion and the Reaper. They don't want that Winston.
They want none of this. None of this. Let's see how they respond. I'm interested to see what's the first dive target here going to be.
And there's the first pick. Joy able to check out Frosty. Able to check out Chris K. Come on, he trying to pick out of the Reaper, but without the tank, I have a match. Have to imagine.
They might just force a switch. They might just force a switch right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Are they sticking with it?
But
They are.
This tunnel here a little bit rough to try and play the dive comp into. There's not a lot of angles that you can get on. First point definitely favors it a little bit more.
They're gonna have a really tough time here trying to find something.
Trying to find a jump here. Frosty in, big pulse bomb.
Huge pulse. That's it. Never mind. Frosty finds it.
Hey, they want to continue to prove me wrong. Please do. Hiriko switch coming out from New Orleans is still trying to find an answer. This comp definitely feels like the DPS switch is doing what it needs to, but we play quick like that. Great pulse bomb from Frosty.
Looks to me like, Ottawa's got not one but two DPS stars right now.
Yeah. And this team is coordinated.
Absolutely, yeah. They're definitely got comms going on.
Farah coming out from Kyo, and it was working on the city center map. See if it works again. But Coalescence committed early from Ottawa, trying to find a pick. Diva D-Mac down the point. Orb committed, but not gonna save her. Okay, looking into the back line, Primal committed. Bastion ulting on point.
That's point. These are some bad staggers. Jeez, they've got so much time.
Value another early pick onto the Farah. There's the K in. Lives. Pulse bomb committed onto the Bastion. Bastion falls. The DPS from Ottawa are just running it down. Granted, it's a coordinated dive, yeah. Them alive, but they didn't clear this Tracer, and this Tracer is still in the backline. Finds it one again.
Lucio dies to that somehow.
True. I mean, there's two picks. Looks like New Orleans might hold this one, but the guard's already so close. 4 minutes on the clock.
That dive back there. Onto the Bastion, Pulse Bomb followed up by the Genji, right, to finish off the kill. That was very, very good.
Yeah. But Pulse online from New Orleans. But here comes the Blade and the Beat, playing super, super aggressive late, but being able to find one. Swinging, slashing, trying to find another. No dice. Far Mercy still alive, trying to clear point, but your mech falls. But a huge barrage from QA finds 2, but it's not enough. Laggy Puppy with a cleanup. We're approaching 1 fight territory.
We really are. We're entering the absolute final area here.
Bastion commits wheels early. Pulse bomb, like, damn, find the pick out of the fire! Curiel committed, but you're already down a person. The Bastion split. DPS are on him, and he's down. And it's Puppy. Never be met. My God.
I cannot believe I am watching an Emerald team. I refuse to believe it.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
Wow.
Seriously, I'm not. It's not me. It's not me chatting them up. It's not me, you know, talking them up. It's not me joking or anything like that. I can't believe I'm watching an Emerald team. The average rank of these players is, I believe, somewhere between Gold and Plat, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that everyone's kind of playing coordinated, but season just started. I can't imagine if they had that much
There's
practice.
no way you have enough time to get chemistry down to this extent. There's just no way. There's no way they've been scrimming for, like, you know, 6 hours a day for the past few days.
No way. But I mean, with that type of coordination, you have to imagine.
I don't know. I don't know what's. I have no explanation. None. Couldn't if I tried.
Well, see a slightly different look coming out from them. Widowmaker.
Being a widow?
Science means going where outcomes
I don't mind it.
certain, but I am certain that we're
Point A
going
widow.
to have a great time.
It can get some value from time to time. Have to see if they're going to be playing around our sightlines or not. But otherwise, we got the Winston, we got the Tracer from last round. Subbing out the Lucio for his Zenyatta, a little bit of extra poke damage. But as it turns out, Leggy looking for an early pick here on the Widow. And there it is. Good opening shot onto the Pharah. Just like Chris jumping on the Reaper, trying to force him out, get some value. Force a little bit of a regroup. Joy over to the Echo off the Pharah. Echo a popular pick right now, a lot of damage. Gotta say that, able to find one, but they trade out the tank. Can't imagine be able to push that much with him down. I think that's gonna be another fight win for Ottawa. Laggy Puppy cleaning up the kills. Mane able to find one more. This map already feels so much different than the other one, you know? Feels like Ottawa's finally getting into their groove, finding out what they want to play here.
Yeah, this is a completely different team. Are they gonna go for this Widow? They have to catch her out.
Tracer in the backline, bullying the Zenyatta. But you're taking it before. Ooh, gets a little bit aggressive, but the Orb is able to finish off the Zen. Alpha able to sneak up on the Widow, get the pick. Pulling the supports, and the Winston are alive from Ottawa. Winston in the backline, able to pick up the Zen, and it looks like that's going to be the fight that they need to flip this objective. Ottawa has to retreat.
Wow, they get managed to control him.
Rolo overextends a little bit. Point's not capped yet.
This could be a big mistake.
May well committed, but no, they get the recontest here, and they're down 2. Davos able to get a pick on the Frosty, but Ottawa will hold. A little bit
Great
of an
retake
overextension.
there from Ottawa.
Like the look. Uriel committed onto the objective. Prolo in, but he's discorded and he's down. Alpha chunking to take, but without the tank again, it's going to be a little bit rough. Laggy Puppy able to pick up Yoy, and Ottawa again firmly holding this objective.
Minute 30.
2 ticks down, but more ults are coming back online, and this could be rough to take.
They only have about 1 to 2 more team fights before this is all over.
Yeah, but I mean, they're going to have 4 ults coming online. Blizzard, that's a big one. Death Blossom, Winston ults. A little bit of Primal Rage. Frosty looking for the Pulse Bomb. Biscuit has that transcendence to try and react to it all. Pulse bomb committed.
Oh,
Sticks
and a
gets
toss.
the pick. Death Blossom also finds nothing. Oh no. Crollo committing to Primal Rage, but it gets nothing.
Oh, the blizzard!
Blizzard!
Oh no!
No!
Oh,
Tragedy!
the heartbreak! Oh my goodness!
Gotta question why they didn't just decide to retake and get one more, but now
I don't know.
they only got that Transcendence.
And all
Ottawa's
those ults
coming up
from
on more
Ottawa.
for themselves. Joy,
this
back
is
to
gonna
the
be rough.
Reaper.
Less than
Alpha
30.
on the- No, they're still trying to find an answer, but oh, look at the Death Blossom from Ottawa. Able to pick up two, but Joy able to finish off Leggy Puppy. Transcendence committed. They're still fighting about it.
Oh no!
Someone's got a touch.
Here we go.
Looks like it's gonna be Alpha. Gets the tap. Joy in. Crollo
D-Mac.
demeched. Traded 1-1. Curiel committed. You got the Reaper in it. That could do some bit. That could do some damage. Zenyatta coming back from spawn. In the Curiel. Joy trying to find something. God, that's a Death Blossom, but no! Gets picked! And that's
That is
gonna be a
it.
full hold.
That is
Coming
a
in from
brutal shutdown. Absolutely brutal shutdown there on the part of Ottawa. Boy, these pulse bombs coming out from Frosty are devastating. Absolutely
This
devastating.
DPS line.
I mean,
This is something.
yeah.
Coordination. Frosty landing every single pulse bomb, I think, on the Zenyatta there.
Absolutely, yeah.
It-
I don't know if you saw that, but the second to last stick that he got, that was a toss.
Yeah.
That wasn't a close stick. That was he tossed that onto him from like 10 feet away. I'm blown away by the Ottawa line. Absolutely blown away. I mean, if New Orleans wants to pick this back up, they have to play so much
They gotta
tighter
find
here.
an answer, man.
They
And
really do.
does it come in
mean-
the form of mirroring the comp? Does
You know, honestly, I think what needs to happen is the support line needs to switch, right? They're being absolutely devastated by this DPS line right now. A switch to something like Brig or something like that would be huge.
Brig? You can see the Baptiste come in with the lamp. Ana could. I mean, Ana's pretty diveable though. Not a lot of
I
options
don't-
there. You have
I'm
to see
gonna
how they're
say
gonna
Brig.
react to it. But next map type is Flashpoint. Do we see something like a Junker Queen come out? Something a little bit quicker. Bleed damage, able to fight 1v1s against those DPS a little bit more. Maybe something more brawly. I don't know, but I think that New Orleans has to do some soul searching to try and find that answer before it gets a little bit out of reach. Ottawa up 2-0.
I mean, this is it's a do or die time for them, you know. And I'm gonna be honest. I hate to say it. I don't think they're going to beat these DPS in a straight up 1v1. I think they're gonna have to outpick them, right? They seem to favor these very meta, dive comps with Tracer and stuff like that, right? They need to find something that can shut it down, right? That can force them off of out of their comfort zone. Because I'm going to be 100% honest. This isn't an Emerald DPS line, not your typical one,
feel
anyways.
like-
Yeah, they've got to make this fight unfair for the other team.
Here comes map 3.
What are we going to see here? This is.
To imagine that Ottawa runs that dive comp again, right? It just feels like they're so strong on it. It's
Why would they?
It-
Why would they switch? They've got no reason to switch. Absolutely
right. Lucio
none.
super strong on Flashpoint 2. I have to imagine that,
Yeah.
Initiating match.
If it's working, why change it?
right?
This is a tough line. I wouldn't have when I was in Emerald. I wouldn't have liked to go up against this line. I'm gonna be honest. I would not like to go up against this DPS line at all.
It's scary, and I mean, like right now too, right? DPS has a lot of control over how the games go. The DPS passive and everything around it is just kind of like shaping the meta of the game. So you have the two DPS players playing off of each other as well. I don't know how you're supposed to stop it.
I mean, you know, it's to the point where they've already announced. I believe Aaron Keller already announced that we're going to be seeing a nerf to the DPS passive here in either this upcoming patch or soon. You know,
Next Tuesday.
next Tuesday, yeah, finally.
Down to 15%, but it's not the case right now. Crollo on the Maga, trying to find an answer to this Winston dive, but you see that exact same line come out from Ottawa. Tracer, Genji, Winston dive.
It looks like they're just trying to poke him out somehow.
Now, this feels very counter-divey. They're going to try and punish the Winston when he takes the engage. Tracer trying to fight a 1v1 against the Soldier, recall forced early. Alpha fighting them on the outside. Staging a little bit, but Ottawa firm control of the point here. I don't think New Orleans is going to be able to get a touch. First look comes early. Man, there's so much on Flashpoint. Tracer in the team. No recall. Funky diving the Soldier. New Orleans trying to take this wide angle here, force the objective. But no, Alpha gets picked. There's the K falling low, has to get out, but Mercy dies, and there's support's gone from New Orleans. Tragedy strikes again, but those multiple angles force the point, and we're already at 50%.
They're just not able to protect their back line. I mean, yeah, I'm watching this Ottawa line just collapse on their back. You know,
Yeah.
it looks like just a wave.
You know, and like, there's a second there where it's like, okay, they get that early pick on the Alpha, but Chris is low, and then all of a sudden, boom, in an instant, the backline's dead.
Yeah.
87%, 88%, 90%, they gotta get a touch here to get kind of contesting this objective. Kioi TP's onto the high ground, Crollo gets a touch. Team Forest, but Mercy on the objective, falling low, there's the pick. Kelsey, the only
The back line, no Suzu. And there's the DMAC.
There's the DMAC.
This is just cleanup at this
There's
point.
the collapse. Kioi spending the Death Blossom, trying to find anything, but no! Point one goes to the favor of Ottawa.
Attack the objective.
Secured.
All they had to commit there was that
Garden.
coalescence.
Yeah, not a lot. They're about to have four ults online here.
That blade from Laggy Puppy have the beat. Honestly, I think the beat's gonna be the biggest issue for New Orleans. So even if you ult in on them, they're just gonna out-sustain you.
Through and they don't have Zen anymore.
Ottawa still in control of this first point. See if a touch comes in here to try and usurp it, but Alpha gets picked. Reaper in the back line. Ottawa is trying to finish off their prey. There's the Kyriel, committed. Kioi falls down. No DPS online for New Orleans. Angles. Looking at it, Chelsea finds nothing, and Eva Bomb committed, but wow.
Wow.
Wait
Wow.
a minute.
This is the retake.
4v4. Those are all committed. Visor trying to find something. Bubble down. Cuts off those sight lines, but it's a 2v2 on the point. Pulse Bomb committed. Kamani finds one, but Kioi able to pick up Prison of the K.
Do they get it?
Kamani finds two. Wait, committed. Onto the team. There's one. Looking for the carry. There's two. And they end up. What a brawl, but
Wow.
still comes out on top. Felt like every single ult in the game was used that
You
fight.
know what? That was a great effort, though. Honestly, from New Orleans, that was a fantastic effort. Getting the res off and everything.
It definitely felt like it was getting out of hand early, but the res onto the Diva remech kill
On Laggy, yeah, that was big.
makes it competitive. And now you've got time to go and take another fight here. That was the first That was first capture. But Kioi tries to find a little bit of value, maybe a little bit too aggressive, gets picked early. Krolo in the back line trying to find some value, but the back, Yannick, your back line, there's a monkey there, and he's killing everyone.
Taste of poison.
Like a little bit of a different look coming out from New Orleans now. They still have an opportunity to get a touch here. Farah
It's
coming
not
out.
time.
That Farah Mercy combo, we know it, we love it. But we're gonna have to see if they're able to get the touch here. 90% and counting. Kioi coming over the top is able to get the touch. Primal committed. Trying to find anything, but Krolo the only one on the point. Kioi taking an angle on the side. But that's the Diva down. New Orleans has the angles. Mercy all committed, but Kioi falls. He's able Chelsea able to find one, but again, the man advantage for Ottawa, it just feels like making a whole lot more value out of those ultimates when they press those buttons.
You know what I've been noticing? I've been noticing early DMX on Krolo almost every single team fight.
Yeah, and it almost makes you question, like, could they be doing a little bit more different? Maybe just that coordination that we were talking about, right? Gotta just find that answer. But, as it happens, New Orleans keeping the same comp. They have some ults online to try and take this fight here. There's the Kitsune rush committed early. Tracer in the back line. Pulse bomb committed. Finds Fiddle again! Frosty! Coming up huge. Biscuit commits the beat. 3 ults committed from Ottawa, but that's another good fight win.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Frosty? All right. The
Hey,
Far
this
Mercy
is-
Pulse Bomb.
Already setting
Take it to the bank.
for the season, I think.
Take it to the bank. That's a 4K.
Absolutely. Ottawa still staging. New Orleans trying to find that answer. Alpha off the Genji, back onto the Reaper. Saw a little bit of changing around the roles. Monkey trying to jump the Reaper here. No regard. Genji's gonna take the 1v1 on the side. No dice. Blade, committed from Laggy Puppy, able to find one. Swinging, slashing, finds 2. Laggy Puppy trying to find something else. Diva Bomb committed, able to pick up 1. Laggy Puppy falls. Farah on the objective, trying to find an answer. Barrage committed, but no! Frosty cancels it again! Frosty coming up big here, and
No.
95%. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to touch for New Orleans. It just feels
That's
like
it.
Ottawa's going to lock them out, and
That
that's
game-
the
Oh my goodness.
Ottawa savage.
Oh my goodness. You know, we were talking, I know, I don't think this caught up on the stream, but we were talking right before the stream went live about, you know, whether an Emerald team would be able to take on a Ruby team, you know, any Ruby team this season. I'm gonna be honest, if this team continues playing this, you know, for the rest of the season like this, I am absolutely terrified of what they're gonna look like by the end of it.
I mean, the potential of that roster, it's week 1.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, there's meta changes and stuff, but if they're already this coordinated, it definitely feels like they're going to be able to find these openings throughout the season. I think that we might have just found the team to beat.
Hey, anybody on power
Make a
rankings,
statement.
if you're on the power rankings committee, take notes.
But
Boy.
with that said, I think that's going to be it for us here tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed.
Thanks for having us.